Let's get this straight from the top. Your darkness isn't something to fear, fix, or exile. It's not proof you're broken, unspiritual, or failing at the whole personal development game. In fact, your darkness is magnetic as hell. And when you finally stop running from it, it becomes the key that unlocks every ounce of light that you've been craving. Welcome back to Mindfucks with Mahara, the podcast where we dismantle the BS keeping high-achieving women like you small, exhausted, and disconnected from your power. Today, we're talking about the shadow seduction, the raw, unfiltered invitation your own darkness offers you. Not to destroy you, but to seduce you into a deeper relationship with yourself. Yes, I said seduce. Because the shadow queen in her rawest form, she's not a monster. She's magnetic. And baby, she's been waiting for you to dance. Here's the truth. Darkness has a pull. Think about it. You know those moments when you find yourself obsessing over a memory, replaying a fight, spiraling in self-doubt, or numbing out with Netflix or a glass of wine? Well, that's your shadow tugging at your sleeve. It's not trying to punish you. It's seducing you, pulling you closer, whispering, hey, there's something here, come look. But most of us, well, we just slam the door shut. We say, nope, I'm fine. We plaster on positivity, quote affirmations until we're blue in the face, and pretend that we're above it. Well, guys, that's not enlightenment. That's spiritual bypassing with glitter on top. And it keeps us stuck in the very patterns that we're desperate to escape. And the seduction is clever. Your shadow doesn't show up in a way that screams, hi, I'm here to help you grow. God, no. She typically slides in through the cracks. She lingers in your envy when you scroll social media. She sits in your gut when you say yes, but really mean no. She shows up in that gnawing exhaustion that tells you something in your life is out of alignment. And if you ignore her long enough, she'll escalate. She'll wreck your health, your relationships, even your career. And it's not because she hates you, but because she loves you enough to get your attention by any means necessary. That, my lovelies, is the seduction. It's not about destruction. It's about invitation. It's the part of you that refuses to be silenced because it knows your power lives on the other side of whatever it is that you're avoiding. Okay, let's talk archetype. In the Trinity Transformation Framework, the Shadow Queen is your power in the dark. She's the one who drags what you've buried into the light. But here's the kicker. She doesn't do it politely. Oh, no, 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 no. She doesn't whisper. She claws. She seduces. She shows up in your jealousy, your rage, your shame, your secret fantasies, your messy midnight tears. She knows those places are ripe with power. She knows your too muchness, your not enoughness, your raw hunger for life are not flaws. They're fuel. When you reject her, you reject that fuel. When you court her, you become unstoppable. All right, it's time to get personal. Years ago, I hit a wall. I had built a life that looked shiny from the outside. I had a great corporate job, family, a really together image. But inside, I was choking. My shadow was screaming at me in sleepless nights, emotional outbursts that I kept to myself, and this gnawing ache that whispered, is this all there is? What happened to all my dreams? Where did they go? Why are they in the background? So one night, instead of numbing out in a negative daydream as I was wont to do, I actually let myself sink into the darkness. And I journaled every forbidden thought. I let myself cry, rage, curse. I'm good at that. And it was one of the first times that I admitted some truths that I was really terrified to speak. It was raw, guys. It was ugly. It was primal. And upon reflection, I dare to say it was holy. Because in that moment, I realized the shadow wasn't here to kill me. She was here to free me. That night cracked me open to the woman that I am now, the one speaking to you boldly, unapologetically from this mic. And here's where the mindfuck comes in. The more you deny your shadow, the more it runs the show. Suppress anger, and it seeps out as resentment. Reject desire, it morphs into self-sabotage. Ignore grief, and it calcifies into bitterness. Is this resonating? But here's the thing. When you let yourself be seduced into conversation with your darkness, well then, baby, everything shifts. You realize that jealousy points to desire. Rage points to boundaries. Shame points to hidden truth. Darkness isn't the opposite of light. It's the doorway to it. So why do we resist it so damn hard? Because we've been programmed to. Society tells women to be nice, polished, in control, endlessly giving. Sound familiar? We are praised for self-sacrifice, punished for rawness. Our shadow gets labeled as hysterical, bitchy, selfish, unspiritual, and it doesn't stop there. Movies and fairy tales taught us to fear the dark, to associate shadow with villains, witches, and danger. Religious conditioning drilled into us that light is holy, dark is sinful. Corporate culture rewards professionalism, the code for suppressing emotions, biting your tongue, and staying small. By the time we're adults, we are so trained to exile our shadow that we don't even realize we're doing it. We call ourselves overthinkers instead of admitting we're scared. We call ourselves perfectionists instead of admitting we're ashamed. We stay busy, productive, and high functioning because slowing down might reveal just how much we've buried. So of course the idea of letting your shadow seduce you feels terrifying. It goes against decades of conditioning. But here's the thing. Everything you've ever been told to fear about your darkness, that's the very place your power is hiding. And here's the paradox. The very parts you're afraid to show are the ones that make you magnetic. Think about the women who inspire you most. Are they perfect? Hell no. They're probably very messy, very raw, and very real. You see, they've danced with their shadows and come out lit from within. Shadow work isn't about wallowing in pain, people. It's about reclaiming the exiled pieces of you and saying, welcome home. I see you. I love you. Let's create together. That's when your darkness transforms into art, leadership, intimacy, and abundance. That's when people lean in because your authenticity is irresistible. All right, let's ground this in action because otherwise it's just this great podcast that you listen to on the way to work. Number 1, invite her in. Next time you feel heavy emotions, instead of numbing, take a breath and pause and ask, Shadow Queen, what are you trying to show me? Number 2, journal the forbidden. I did this. It was amazing. Write out all the ugly truths you're scared to admit. Don't edit. Don't judge. And if you want to, burn the pages afterwards if you must. The point is to simply release. Number 3, do a mirror ritual. I know this one's tough. Sit in front of the mirror, look into your eyes and say, I see the parts of me I've been hiding. I welcome you. It's raw. It's uncomfortable as hell, and it's also alchemy. Okay, 4, move your body. Put on music that matches your mood. Rage, grief, lust, doesn't matter. Just let your body move it out. No choreography, just embodiment. And lastly, integration. End this by asking yourself, what gift is this shadow offering me? What boundary, desire, or truth is she pointing me toward? Get real curious. So this week, I dare you to let yourself be seduced. Choose one shadow feeling that you've been avoiding. Maybe it's jealousy, rage, shame, or grief. Instead of shutting it down, get curious. I say this to my clients all the time. The greatest gift you can give yourself is the gift of curiosity. So get curious, give it space. Notice what it's teaching you. Notice the opportunity for growth. And don't stop at awareness. I mean, awareness is great. It is the first step, but go deeper. Track how that shadow shows up in your body. Is it a tight chest, clenched jaw, the restless energy? Track the thoughts that circle around it. Then ask yourself, what would it look like to give this feeling a voice instead of silencing it? Could you journal it? Could you move it through your body? Could you speak it out loud in a safe space? If you're really brave, share it with someone you trust. Let yourself be witnessed in the mess, because that's where real alchemy happens, when your shadow moves out of secrecy and into connection. Because your shadow loses its grip the moment you stop hiding it. So your challenge isn't just to notice your darkness, that's a great start. The challenge is to let it dance, baby. To let it seduce you into radical honesty. To let it show you what you're really made of. And here's the radical truth, my lovelies. The brighter your light, the deeper your shadow. You can't bypass it. You can't out-affirm it. You can't pray it away. But you can dance with it. You can let it seduce you into radical authenticity, unapologetic power, and wild freedom. The Shadow Queen is real. She's raw, magnetic, and unfiltered, and she is you, not the fake polished version you've been taught to perform, the real you, the one who can hold both darkness and light, hold both rage and love, hold both grief and joy. That is sovereignty. That's wholeness. And that's the art of badassery. So the next time your darkness comes knocking, don't run away. Ladies, don't hide and don't shame yourself. Take her hand. Let her lead you into the fire and watch how brightly you rise from it. This was Mindfucks with Mahara, episode 65, The Shadow Seduction, Why Your Darkness Holds the Keys to Your Light. If this stirred something deep in you, share it with someone who needs permission to embrace her raw self. And if you're ready to fully activate your Shadow Queen, inner critic, and divine guide, check out the Trinity Transformation, my signature experience where we do this work in real time together. The light you're chasing, sweetheart, it's already inside you. You just have to dare to dance with the dark. Here's to you. We'll see you next time.